And now, time for the hot take, which I have stolen this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
so
going
last week-
forward. It's
Yeah.
yours now. Take it. Responsibility is gone.
Yeah, we're mixed. Like we said, we've been mixing it up. Because I think I found a good couple of ones recently, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna see if I can keep going.
Mm.
And I think I found a good one this week. Someone who's feeling a bit passionate about our boy Gohan. They've even got some words in capitals.
Whoa.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so we should state these aren't our opinions. These are just opinions we found online that we discuss.
But that won't matter.
Yeah.
It's a slightly older take, so it's during Super, but it's before Broly and things like that.
Okay.
But I thought it was interesting, so I want to discuss it anyway. It's a little longer, so here we go. It's Reddit, of course.
Of course.
So, these so-called true Gohan fanboys keep spreading the misinformation that he hates fighting. Yes, Gohan loves his family and takes care of them, but he still fights. Just not main villains or the likes. The guy literally has a second persona dedicated to fighting. Saiyaman. Gohan fights crime and thugs daily. People need to stop with this rumor that Gohan dislikes fighting. He is not Gohan. He is not Goku, who has an obsession with fighting. Gohan fights for a cause, and that is justice. He has showed this every time, and it is a disservice to Gohan's character to spread this BS. For God's sake, Gohan was supposed to become the main character after the Cell Saga. So yes, people have a legit reason for being upset with his current status. Gohan is not the only one who has gotten the no fighting treatment either. Videl and the other Z Warriors have all gotten that. Please understand, Gohan won't have a family if the world ends. Gohan knows that. He would fight, and you all know that too.
You all know that, yeah.
So, quickly sum it up, Gohan does not hate fighting. You all know it. You're just a bunch of fanboys who don't know otherwise.
Well, you know what? I would be inclined to agree. You say this is before the Broly arc, well, the films and stuff. But, you know, if this was done during Super, which you say it was, did he just not watch Super? Because, you know, he's kind of hung up the Saiyaman boots almost. You know, yeah, he does the film. But apart from that, he's not actively being Saiyaman anymore. He's not going around fighting crime. He's kind of left the costume in his closet. He's left it behind. You know, he's not doing that anymore.
It's mid Super. It's in the middle of the Super.
But yeah, either way, we've seen by this point that, you know, Gohan isn't being Saiyaman anymore. You know, he's just being a family man. He's just chilling at home, not really doing much. He's got a baby, just kind of chilling.
So you agree that he doesn't hate fighting?
No, I would have agreed if there was no Super. If it ended at Z, then I could be like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, he's got this alter ego as Saiyaman where he goes around fighting crime on a daily. But because of Super, I can't agree with it because no, he's stopped that now. He's got a family. You know, he doesn't really care about fighting still, as he did.
But just because you hate, just because you fight crime, that doesn't mean he enjoys fighting.
Well, no, it doesn't, but it means that he's actively going out his way to do it when he doesn't need to. He could just leave it for the police. He's only fighting petty robbers and stuff like that as Saiyaman.
Because he has the ability to do so. I mean, he can save people, but like he is a pacifist.
Yeah,
that we know.
Let's face it, though. The Saiyaman,
I mean, he's not killing them, and
No,
he's not fighting them, is he?
no, he's just arresting them basically, or
Yeah,
passing
he's
them over
just
to the
like,
police.
no, stop, please.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can tell he enjoys it. Saiyaman is a very eccentric character. He's doing all the poses. He's you know making all these, like, he's changing his voice. He's hiding himself in costume. He loved it when Bulma gave him the gift of the like helmet thing instead of wearing the glasses because he thought it was so cool and stuff. He's enjoying being Saiyaman. Like no one can argue that. He's not doing it because he feels a need. He's doing it because he's enjoying it.
Is he not just enjoying the theatre of it because he thinks he's cool?
Well, that's just a part of it, though, isn't it? That's a part of the full package of what he's doing. That's something he's added into it.
I mean, the amount of times but he never trains ever.
No, but he doesn't need to because he's only fighting these robbers, which he knows he's stronger than.
And what about all the times where he's actually fought and said he'll fight to protect people? Every time after a big bad came, and he knows that a big bad could come back, and he intentionally doesn't afterwards. And literally, the most recent film was focused entirely around that fact.
Because I think he enjoys saving people. Maybe the fighting bit's the bit that he's against because pacifist as he is. But these random nobodies, these robbers and all these other earthlings, I guess, that he's stopping as Saiyaman. It's just like because they're no match for him at all, he does enjoy it. If he
He's a
has
bully.
to. Well, kind of, but it's more like a superhero. It's like Superman. Superman is stronger than any Earth human, but yet he goes around, still fighting people every now and again, saving people's lives and stuff. And it's like, does he enjoy it? Even though he's way stronger than everyone ever, like maybe he enjoys saving people. It doesn't mean he has to enjoy the fight particularly, but if he needs to against a normal person, it's pretty easy going for him.
I mean, is that not more accurate? Is that what the person was saying? Is it not just he enjoys justice? He enjoys.
Yeah, I think that's a better way of putting it.
That's not fighting.
Yeah.
So saying that Gohan does not hate fighting, he does hate fighting. I think he just enjoys peace and justice,
people,
and things like that. Like he's not going and fighting people ever.
No, he's not going out of his way to purposely fight people. He is going out of his way to save people, though, which is a different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think in any way, shape, or form he's a fighter.
No.
Unless he has to ever.
Yeah.
Like we don't see any evidence. I mean, he does not like to fight. Like
but then
like everything we saw in Z, he was afraid to fight.
But then actually I've just thought we've mentioned it before, but every time he does get in the zone, he does enjoy it. Like in Cell, he got cocky and was enjoying it a lot. He enjoyed beating down Cell.
When he loses control.
Yeah. But
that's why he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
That's why he doesn't want to embrace that, because he's scared of it.
Well, maybe that's why, though, because he does secretly enjoy it when he gets in that zone. Like same with Cell Max as well. He starts to enjoy it that bit too much. He does enjoy the fight when he gets fully engrossed in it. But until he gets engrossed, then yeah, I don't think he does. He enjoys the saving people, but the fight itself, it's not until he's fully engrossed and obsessed in it.
I think that's the thing. When the power takes over to him, I think the power trip is what gets into him, and it gets to his head. And I think when that takes over, that's a different side of him. And I would agree with that. But that's when the power's coursing through him and everything like that. And that would I agree with, because that's almost a different person. Because that happened with Cell, and that happened with and that happened in the superhero movie and everything like that. But I don't think that's a natural Gohan. I don't think that's Gohan in his natural state.
No, I don't think so.
Because that's when he's lost control almost. Like he has to be reeled in when that's happening. Like we've seen that in the most recent iteration of what we've seen of Gohan was Superhero.
Yeah.
And he nearly got the world destroyed because he lost control when he most recently transformed. Piccolo had to scream at him when he transformed, because he was literally just like this is cool. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're trying to punch me and nothing's really happening. And look at you. You're trying with your big scream, with your screaming, and it's just like you're not doing anything to me. And like Piccolo, who he basically he changed because Piccolo was getting killed.
Mm.
That was the reason he changed. And Piccolo's still like massively struggling and everything like that. And Piccolo has to scream at him to get his attention again. So he's totally ignoring Piccolo now, and he's smiling and loving it. Like he has to scream to get his attention again, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I have to kill you, don't I?" And then he beam cannons. It's like that's not Gohan in a proper place.
Mm.
That's not Gohan in a coherent mind. I don't really think you can say that's him thinking clearly.
No, I agree with that.
Whereas you've got him in the fighting in the tournament of power, where he's fighting Obni,
Mm.
um, and he, um, I don't. For people who can't remember his name, he's the guy um, who can turn into multiple forms. And when Gohan defeats him, it means that his universe gets deleted, and literally you see the Gohan that we know is someone who basically, because he defeated Obni, an entire universe gets deleted, and you see a Gohan who is devastated and who sees the repercussions of his actions of fighting.
Which is the annoying thing because, like, he must realize at this moment, like, oh, this can happen in my universe. Let's bust out beast mode. Why not? My wife, my kids, they could all die if I don't fight. No, I'll keep that one for later.
It's like that's the thing. It's like you see him fighting, and it's like you see two different. He's clearly thinking a lot more over
Mm,
a lot much more prolonged period of time during the tournament of power,
yeah,
rather than that one moment in when he's lost his head. Clearly, during the tournament of power is the time when shown who he is in
mm,
my eyes. And that just shows that he doesn't want to be during the tournament of power. He
yeah,
doesn't want to be doing it, but he has to do it because he has to defend his universe from being deleted.
mm,
But he's responsible, so he's just deleted another universe, and he's one step closer to helping his universe win. But he's devastated.
yeah,
So to me, it's pretty obvious that he doesn't want to be there.
yeah, yeah. I agree with that.
So I
Yeah,
just think it's someone who really likes Gohan, but is not happy with the direction they've took his character. And I think
mm,
there's a lot of people like that, and that's fair enough. But gotta accept it.
yeah.
Toys,
Just
it's
accept it.
what they've
Just
done.
accept it. Come on now, everyone. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, he doesn't enjoy fighting, but he does enjoy saving people. I think that's the overarching main point we're trying to make here.
Yeah, because
So,
the thing is, they've done this several times. They did it during the Resurrection arc and everything like that, where he's like he got massively defeated by Frieza, and he's like, "I will, I will I will train again to make sure I'm strong next time."
mm,
And you
and he
didn't.
didn't.
And basically, so
And then repeat.
yeah,
Yeah,
if he liked fighting
he would
or
just
whatever,
go
or
train
if he
more.
was even remotely interested in fighting, he would have actually done it one of the many times he said he was going to do it.
Yeah,
But guess what? He didn't.
no,
He
because he's
let
so
himself get
confident that Goku and Vegeta will be there to do the job, so he doesn't need to get involved.
yeah, he let himself get incredibly weak to the point they made a film about it.
Yeah.
Like that's basically how bad it got. They
Yeah.
made a film around it. Like,
Poor Gohan.
yeah.
Or poor everyone else, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? He's a family man, so not poor Vidal at least, I guess. He's at home all the time.
Yep.
Or maybe since he's still not picking up his kid from school. Who
That's
knows?
true. Yeah. It's
But
okay.
anyway,
Piccolo and Janet,
yeah, the
best
new
friends for
ship.
life.
The new ship.